This music is so draining. All right, let's go. Let's go. Get on in the room. Welcome in, guys. Tap that screen. Help me help you. Tap, tap, tap. Welcome, guys. Happy Halloween. Dusty. Tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. I'll try to get it from shaking. What's up, Matt? Welcome, guys. We're going to do a quick collective love read. I'm also on YouTube, Roots and Rewards. Hello, hello. Actually, we're not live on YouTube just yet. We're going to build up the room and then we're going to go live. Steven, user 84. Hello. Lennons. Hello. How are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Tap that screen. Help me help you guys. Come on in. How are we doing? Where are we coming in from? City, state, country? What's your zodiac sign? I'm Capricorn. I'm the devil from the Tower deck. How we doing? Mildred. Christian. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's get a good number of people in. And I'm going to be going live on YouTube right now. If you want to see the full desk. Okay. All right. Welcome in. What's up, Johnny Ray? How you doing? Happy Halloween. What's going on? Hello, YouTube. Welcome in. Smash that like button. Help me help you. Please go and vote. Links in my bio for Fab 40 for me to win 40,000 2-page spread and a vacation to Arizona. Vote for me. Links in the bio. Help me help you. It's in the description box below on previous videos over there, YouTube. So this is going to be a collective read for water signs, but you don't have to be a water sign for it to resonate with you. If it found you, it just may be for you. Let me back you off a little bit so you're not blocking my YouTube, because this is more so for YouTube. Okay, Virgo. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're going to say my little prayer. We're going to light some blood sage, cleanse out the energy. Just throw up your city, state, country, zodiac sign, guys. Happy Halloween. Know that tarot is for entertainment purposes, but also to give you some clarity to your situation. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't make it fit. If it doesn't fit, know that roles can be reversed. If I say it to you, it could be your person. No. All right. Deep breath in, put your hand up to the screen and push your energy over. YouTube. Let's see what we got for you guys. Say a little prayer. All right. Okay. Continue to tap the screen. If you'd like a personal read, you could go to RootsandRewards.com. or head over to Venmo Jessieray. I take Cashapp and PayPal. So you guys, so this is geared towards Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water signs. But like I said, you don't have to be a water sign. Just take anything that resonates, leave the rest behind for someone else. I do talk a little dirty. So if you get offended by dirty talk or nudity in the cards, which YouTube will see, TikTok you won't, you could just keep on scrolling. Keep it on, right? Oregon, Libra, California. What's up, Jamie? So it looks like you guys are rowing away from some conflict. Tap, tap, tap. Rowing away from some conflict here. Well, what's up, Jonathan? So you're getting out of your head. You're getting out of your emotions. You're getting out of feeling victim of your circumstances or bound by the negativity and the lack energy. You're not laying down, playing dead anymore. You are planting the seeds and you're manifesting new things. You're manifesting stability to you. All right, really nice. All right, water signs. What's going on with my water signs or whoever's watching? What do they need to hear for their higher good? Okay. So you were sitting in, things weren't justified for you. Things weren't balanced, Libra energy. You guys were also not feeling that you're the Empress. that you have all the tools that you need to birth new ideas or to nurture yourself. Thank you for the boo, Jonathan. Maybe you feel like you weren't being nurtured correctly by the people in your life. Like people, they weren't justifying things. Things weren't justified for you. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you were sitting in your wounds, feeling like shit's just not going right. You know, you're trying to plant the seeds. You're trying to, you know, claim the stability and grow. Maybe you just had a restart. You just started rooting into a career or into, you know, a new apartment or into new places. And it looks like you may not be where you want to be at the present moment, or maybe you're just coming out of this energy. All right, with the Empress being in reverse and the Justice card being in reverse, you may not have a clue just yet. Yeah, I think you guys weren't really feeling loved up. Like the Knight of Cups, you don't feel like people are sending you love energy or messages of love. There's, you know, you're maybe not in a partnership. You could be single here. You're wanting a partnership to come in, but it's just not coming in as fast as you would like it to come in. You could be 47 or 74. All right. So there's some things that are getting you down presently. Yeah, your stability. All right, so you guys, your stability has been rocked with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Not knowing where your pentacles are coming from. Not knowing where you're going to live, maybe. Upside down. You're upside down on the head. Currently. Okay. Justice is in reverse. What's that about? Sorry, I don't go live with people I don't know. You guys are having a hard time, huh? You guys are having a hard time. What the fuck? I don't like to see this. All right. You're just like, you're here like, when is it gonna fucking balance for me? When are my manifestations coming in? Because I'm not seeing it. It's like the Magician's in reverse, Justice is in reverse. It's like, all right, I'm doing all these things. I'm staying fucking patient, Sagittarius. I'm staying patient, but I'm not seeing it come into fruition. Not seeing it happen. That's what's centering the read. Like, you're caught in this energy, feeling like shit is just not turning around quick enough, or you're not seeing a turnaround in the work that you're putting in. So you're planting the seeds, but it hasn't come into play just yet. So feeling down on yourself, feeling that you've poured out a lot of emotions. You've given a lot of love energy to people. You've nurtured a lot of people. But you're feeling kind of less than energy. Like you're not feeling loved. You know, this is a passing time. You know that. You know, if you're feeling down emotionally and you just having crying outbursts and you just feel like you're not birthing anything new. This is just, right now you're in a fucking stalemate. Bottom line, fucking stalemate. I was in this energy yesterday. You'll see the YouTube read that's going out tonight for Earth signs at 6 p.m. on YouTube. I was crying literally all day yesterday. All day. I couldn't get out of my emotions. I couldn't get out of the woe is me energy. It's just like every which way a tear was going down my face. So I get the energy that you guys may be in today. That you just like, I'm fed up. I'm fed up. And you're needing to release these built up emotions. And you're needing to, it's hard to say, you need patience. But you need to be a little bit more patient with the blessings that are coming in. I know You know, some of you guys have been waiting a long time, maybe 4 weeks, 4 months, 9 months, for something to turn around. But you're needing to continue to stay patient, because when we get impatient, that's when we start to get in our emotions and just start getting really down on ourselves. A lot of reversals here. You're on your head. You're on your head right now, and that's okay. Feel and release. You know, the world is always turning, always changing. There you go. So you may be going through it right now, but there is support here. There is support coming in. There are people here. I was very sad yesterday. I was very sad. The whole read, I was bawling my eyes out. My son came home. He's like, how was your day? And I'm like, I've been sad all day. I've been crying all day. Well, what's wrong? I'm like, I just been crying all day. It's just like, you know, sometimes we just get in this energy. Like, we just don't feel that we're good enough, or people are showing up the way that we want them to, and things just crash and burn on us. But we have to understand that today is another day. Today is much better than yesterday. Today, I haven't had one sad thought. I haven't had any tears. I haven't, you know, woe is me at all today. Today has been a really great day. So yesterday, I needed that release, that emotional release, because it was built up of weeks of fucking stress and stuff. So it takes time for that energy to clear out of your system. So I see that there's support coming. There's love energy coming. People are reaching your hand and supporting you and throwing you love energy. Okay. So as you're here, you know, trying to plant the seeds, trying to make, you know, get grounded and get stable. Some of you guys need to ground also, because you're up on your fucking head. So either go outside, do some breathing techniques, meditate, journal, something that will ground you. Hug a dog, hug a cat, whatever you got to do. But as you're, you know, as you're gaining your stability, as you're worrying about, you know, there's no partnership here, there's no support, there's lack of support. I just keep getting my hands dirty. You know, I'm doing the work, I'm getting dirty. You have this love energy come in. This could be friendships, lovers, or just feeling that people got you. You know, people are out here, they got you. So don't feel like you're doing things alone, because maybe right now you feel like you are, but you aren't, or you won't be for much longer. All right, see the mental conflict? See, okay, so you guys are sabotaging yourself right now, you know. You're sabotaging. You got some false narratives going on in your head. You could have people, up to 5 little crows, 5 people gawking in your ear, giving you some self-doubt or limited beliefs. Or some of you guys, maybe there's imposter syndrome creeping up, like, oh, I'm not this good. I'm not this smart. I'm not smart enough to go after that career, or to go back to school, or, you know, to get something better in my life. So there's a lot of sabotage going on. Some of you guys are feeling like you've been puppeteered by people. The Page of Pentacles is like the lack of stability, lack of money. It's like you're just, some of you are being strung along. Some of you feel like you're just on a tightrope financially. Like, what's the next step? You're just, you know, you're holding your last pentacles. Like, what's the next step? Where is it going? My manifestations are not coming in. There's no justice being served to me. So you're holding really tightly to your circumstances now. So we know when we hold too tightly to our circumstances, it's hard to receive. We create resistance, because now we're like, oh my God, I got this and this and this and this. And we basically block ourselves. You have to surrender it a little bit and say, you know what? Divine has my back. I've done the work. I've done everything that I can do in this circumstance, releasing control, releasing expectation of something, and just surrender and say, you know, God got me. God got me. I have faith that everything is working in my favor at all times. I have all that I need, and be grateful for what you have in front of you right now. Maybe it's not, maybe it's breadcrumbs, but be grateful for those little crumbs that you have. Art of detachment. So release, you know, surrender things that you really want, like surrender a lover. Maybe you've been in a relationship with a Gemini, Scorpio, this is you, and it's an ending. So you're sitting here like, oh wow, this relationship really is ending. There's no more love in this relationship. This person gets me in my head too much. Maybe you shared finances with this person, and it's just like, what do I do now? So you're needing to release maybe a lover in order to transform from the endings or the death. Maybe you have death in the family that you're still holding on to, that you're not healing. It's not healing quick enough for you. But there's a lot of healing. You guys have a lot of healing to do. So you need to look within yourself here. You're wanting to stay attached to past events, past people, and you're praying on a different outcome. You're praying and wishing upon a star for things to turn around on you. But I think your focus is more on what you don't have and where you came from, instead of the possibilities of what's to come in for you. Because what's to come in for you is love energy, you feeling like a star, you feeling like you're being celebrated. So right now, I think you guys are very protective of what you have, like holding so tightly of what you have, and you're not willing to release it a little bit and just hand it over. So you have a protection shield around you, which is good, but you could be coming up defensive or triggered because you're sitting in lack energy. You're sitting in poverty, right? Which is keeping you feel stuck. Thank you, Irene. You feel stuck. And you feel heartbroken. You feel agony, and you feel by yourself, and you just feel like shit's just not working for you. That's the bottom line. Shit's just not working for you now. And that's okay, because we know that things are always shifting. Our good times, we can't stay on the high of life, right? Always receiving blessings and success, and we're always up there. No, we always crash and burn. We will always crash and burn. We will always get uplifted. So you choose where you're going to put your energy towards. Are you going to continue to sit feeling stuck, like saying, oh, I'm stuck in this situation. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, my manifestations are not coming in. This is not working in my favor. I'm not loved. I'm this, I'm that. I need more. I want more. Or you could say, okay, let me find my peace. Let me find my calm. What haven't I looked at? Okay, I've done this. Okay, I've done this and this and this right. I've done this right. What can I do now to change this around for me? Maybe there's something that you haven't investigated that you can investigate. But since you're blocking and you're wanting so much, it's not being shown to you. Because when we're in the dark, like yesterday, I couldn't really focus on anything else besides my agony, the deep fucking hurt. Like, we just had an eclipse too, right? So you have to understand, when you have the moon, the full moons, the eclipses, this stirs up old shit. This stirs up things that we have to look at and release. So this is a releasing phase. And I know a lot of us are feeling that way, because I've connected with a lot of people yesterday. They're like, yeah, it's just a fucking shit show. I felt so deeply sad. And when you're in that energy, you can't do anything else, because when you're in this lack energy, mentally you're not good, and then in return you're not physically good. Like, I had 101 fever, I'm stressed the fuck out, I'm all emotional. What did I do yesterday? That's it. I embraced the fact that I'm a shit show today. And I need to sit and reevaluate and feel what I'm going through and depict it, to figure out, okay, tomorrow, what do I need to do tomorrow to make myself feel better? Okay. So there's a rebirth. There's, you know, you're going to be birthing new ideas. You're going to get some new information coming in here. You know, that star that you've been wishing upon, it's opening up. The skies are opening up for you as you've been cloaked, okay? Oh, Chrissy. Not too much. It's on YouTube, so it's going to be released probably tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, so some of you guys are walking away from partnerships or jobs. Something isn't showing you an investment, even family members. You're ending. You're ending many things in your life, and I think this is a refresh for you. Restart. You may not want to release the old you, the old people, the old jobs. You may not want to release it because you've been comfortable where you are. But Divine is shaking you up right now and saying, okay, you got to get up. You got to stop seesawing. You got to make a decision. And don't be afraid of the change. Don't be afraid if you have to downsize a little bit in order to gain success in the future. I see that you guys are walking away from thieves and you're walking away from burdens. We know that you're heavily burdened right now, but you're traveling away from that. In the next, I would say 10 weeks for some of you guys, maybe even 10 days from now, you'll feel much better. Some of you are needing to uproot yourself. You're needing to change. You don't like where you work? Fuck it. Try to go on a different path. What do you really want to do? What are you passionate about? If your house is too big for you, maybe you downsize. You get a little apartment or a co-op or a condo or a smaller home. Not being afraid to be a fucking nomad. You don't have to have everything figured out, right? I know, control freaks, we want to have everything figured out, structured and detailed, but we know that shit falls through all the time, so we can't stay attached to that energy. Don't be afraid to leave a situation that is burdening you. So if there's people burdening you that are not investing in you, that are not saying, you know what, you're a fucking blessing in my life, then you have to retract. You have to scoop your ass up and take yourself out of the fucking environment, away from those people that are not investing in you and that are not prioritizing you or showing you value or blessings. Okay? All right, water signs. You're a hot mess right now. It's okay. It's all right. It's moving out. It's moving out. So we see that you're seeing that you are more valuable than you give yourself credit for. Okay. Very nice. Keep tapping that screen. Don't forget to vote. The link's in the bio for Fab 40. I'm in a competition to win 40 grand. So I need you guys to vote for the next 3 days to put me in top 10. King of Swords. So you're going to become very clear. You're going to communicate your needs very clearly here. I think you guys are very intellectual. I think you do have the gift of gab here. You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Ace of Swords. You're needing to be realistic and honest with yourself about what's happening with your stability. Or with this truthful communication. There's some things that you're needing to accept here. And I feel like you're needing to accept the fact that not everywhere that you've been watering is going to give you the fruits or the veggies. It's not going to produce what you want it to produce. There is reciprocation. There is balance. But some things that you have your eye on right now are not going to produce the way that you want it to produce. But that's not to say that something else is not going to be coming in for you. It is. But you're watering dead roses on some things here. Temperance, Sagittarius. Watering dead roses. And you're becoming impatient because there's not a turnaround to what you're watering. So if something's taken way too long to come in, it may not come in for you. That's where you have to reevaluate and say, okay, I need a backup plan. All right, I'm trying to water this person here. I'm trying to have a relationship. I'm trying to manifest this person back into me. Or, that person may not be your person to be manifesting in for you. And that's why it's not coming in. So being honest with yourself and accepting, okay, maybe I can't continue to go after this because it's not showing investment in me. And it's hard. Or you need to be truthful with yourself, how you're coming up, Are you coming up harsh and blunt and wishy-washy with people? All right. Water signs. A lot of you have to be truthful with the people in your life because there's thieves. There's thieves off to the side in your life. Maybe up to 7 people that they just keep putting you in the coffin. Yeah, you feel dead around these people. Thieves. Lying, cheating, stealing, deceptive, unexpressive, unemotional, escapist. Constantly waiting around for investment, to come back around to you, and it's not coming back around. Okay. All right, water signs. You got to put yourself up right here. You are. You're coming out of rejection with the Ten of Swords being in reverse. Some of you guys are needing to talk with someone. Needing to go to therapy, counseling. I have a mindfulness networking group, by the way. If this is what you're going through, show up. RSVP on my website for Visionary Movements. We meet every Wednesday night, which is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time till 9. And maybe you're just needing to discuss what the deal is, what you're going through. Maybe you've been holding all this shit in and you're just feeling really rejected by this job, or you're feeling rejected by lovers and friends and family in your life. So come and talk, or, make sure that you're getting the help that you need. It's good to talk to someone. Don't feel bad if you need to, I know it's still taboo therapy and stuff for people, but it really does help. And it looks like you're helping yourself here. You're taking yourself out of the Ten of Swords. So rowing away from the conflict and the rejection, and maybe some of you guys are letting your ego down. This could be you're going through an ego death right now, and it's just nothing fucking makes sense. When you're going through an ego death, nothing makes sense. Your whole life, it gets twirled upside down, and you're unrecognizable during these awakenings. You aren't alone in it. 6 of Wands. Oh, yeah, see? All right, there's that turnaround. October 6th, you may be getting some communication here. October 17th. That could be your birthday. There's victory here. So after you are clear and honest with yourself, and you retract and you start pulling back from what you've been working towards, and you start going in a different direction, it looks like you are going towards a new passionate beginning you're going to gain victory. And there's a lot of red here. You see? So you go from all these cards like grays and browns and, death looking cards to boom, here's stability. Just because you tweaked your narrative and you really sat yourself down and started ripping the mask from your face and saying, okay, this is the reality. I need to start thinking a little bit differently about this situation. You gain your victory. You start becoming really passionate, enthusiastic about where you're going in the future, and you start getting recognized and prioritized and seen above the crowd. You get out of your feeling lack, to feeling really good. You control what you see in your 3D reality. So when we feed ourselves woe is me energy, that's all you're going to see in front of you, what you don't have and what you want. So rein that energy back and saying, this is what I have and I'm capable of more. How do I move forward and get better for myself? I have to do this and this and this, but not stress over it. Allow energy to flow to you and away from you. All right, so this victory, what is this victory and this new passionate beginning here? What is that? What is that about? Getting out of the rat race, getting out of your fucking head, sitting in boredom. That's where you've been sitting. Like, what's next? What do I do next? It's in reverse, though. So you're going to come out of boredom. You're going to come out of loneliness. That's good. All right, so water signs, what's happening here? Oh, the Chariot. Some of you guys are moving. Justice. Yes, upright now. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You get rid of the loneliness. You get rid of the boredom. And you start moving. Cancer, Libra, you start traveling. You start making the moves necessary to get your justice. So you get justice and balance now. After feeling like shit was not balanced, not justified, not coming in for you, it starts moving. You start flowing with the energy instead of creating that resistance. Really nice. All right. Now, what are you moving towards? You could be moving locations. Water signs, what are you moving towards? What are you moving towards? And people don't like where you're moving towards. You're moving towards the 10 of Cups. Look, a little cottage. You could be buying a little house. Getting what you need. Getting what you want. Feeling fulfilled. This is the torture you underwent. A bunch of people stabbing your head back, throwing conflict. There's jealousy. There's envy. People are going to have a hard time with you, leaving them behind and going towards your 10 of Cups and you transforming and you setting up your boundaries and look at all the blue. You speaking your truth. You using your intuition. You start seeing things a lot clearer. You no longer fear people coming at you or attacking you or fearing, their bitter tongue. No. And people are going to try. They're going to try to sabotage you. It's not going to work because you're the High Priestess, Pisces. You're the High Priestess. You're very intuitive. You're very, very spiritually gifted. And you do your research. You don't mind researching what you're going to be doing next or working towards your goals. Some people don't like that you are mystical and, you stay very quiet. You may be a little bit of an introvert. You spend a lot of your time alone, journaling and reading, trying to connect to Source. 6 of Swords. So, yeah, as you stay quiet, as you retract from people, places, and things, they're seeing you row away from conflict. And they see that you're rowing away from them. People may start to feel, oh, you think you're better than us because now you're closing us out. Oh, well, we helped you, so you need to stay with us. But you don't have to stay with anybody. I don't care who it is. Blood, water, or whatever's in between. You don't have to stay anywhere that is rowing you into mental conflict, continuously rowing you into mental conflict. That's not the best place for you to be. The 6 of Swords, you're going towards emotional balance. The judgment call is Knight of Cups. Look at all the people watching you. Leave with your emotions, pulling back your love energy from them and moving on, moving away from them. And this is not for any good, not for no good reason. You have good reason here. These people want to talk to you, downplay you, belittle you, gossip about you, whatever the fuck they're doing to you. This is why you had to become clear about what you're needing to do next and how you have to, pull yourself away from these things. You're just being honest with yourself at this point. Like, I am not going to put myself on a platter for you to make you feel better about this. Because when I'm in your energy, I feel like shit. So I'm not going to continue to sit here and feel like shit. I'm going to take myself away. You live the best life possible. You go live your life. I go live my life. And we're all right. We're all right. No hard feelings. But people are going to have hard feelings. When your life, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Not looking to play with you anymore. Let's see. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, you become emotionally balanced. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, King of Cups. Understanding where you need to rein back some things. And some of you guys are saying, no, no, no. I am not having a partnership with you anymore. There is no partnership. I want to be single. I want to be abundant. I want to be healthy, wealthy man or woman here. I want to transform on my own. I need to be single. I need to value myself. I need to uproot myself from this situation here. And I need to keep myself in high regard and stop going towards people that put dirt on my name or that just want to throw dirt on me. A lot of you guys are going towards being single if you're in a relationship right now. To get to know yourself a little bit better. Some of you guys are going to go within and say, you know what? What am I good at? What am I good at? Maybe you don't have a career right now. Maybe where you work is dead end. You're going to sit down with yourself and say, what am I good at? What do I like? What can I invest my time and attention into that will make me the 9 of Pentacles, that will get me to the 10 of Pentacles, that can get me that material wealth or that, soul abundant health and wealth? What can I do? So really understanding yourself a lot better here. Jason, what are you talking about, Jason? No longer sabotaging yourself here. You're not going to lay down to your own false narratives, to the programming that was instilled in you by your parents, siblings, coworkers, friends, lovers. You're not going to lay down to the program anymore. You're going to start taking light and fluffy energy and taking a risk, saying, you know what, fuck it, I've never been single, I'm going to be single now, I'm going to explore, I'm going to get out of the mundane, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone, I'm going to see what I can get myself into, coming out of the illusions, coming out of the foolery and the fuckery of it all. As you do that, you're single, independent, you leap forward, get out of your comfort zone, get out of the mundane, you go towards opportunities, blessings, lovers, gifts. Change of perspective. The hot rod or the warm apple pie. You start becoming really, okay, somebody just wants to slip it. All right. You need to get laid. Yeah. You just become really excited and enthusiastic. Like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready for some type of passion. Some action, taking action. As you gain your stability, you start going more after action, passions. You may be from Morocco, or Moroccan. You know you want to leap towards something. You're just like, which one though? Maybe you're in between two people or two career paths, or, you know, you're contemplating from moving either to Arizona or Texas and you're caught between. There's a little bit of rocking back and forth, which you do. You have to do that. You have to maybe write your pros and cons. Literally booking a trip to Morocco right now. Really? Crazy? Morocco, Dubai. When are you picking me up? What are you picking up? All right, 7 of Cups. So you're going to have a lot of opportunity here. Told you, this energy is moving away from you. Just give it time. There is change and fortune and abundance after you're just like, fuck. My life fucking sucks. I have so many battle wounds. I've been through so much shit in my life. It's time. It's time. Ooh, look what's hidden. Look what's hidden. The love is hidden. It's time to shine. It's time to gain that fortune. It's time to make these changes. And you know you have to make these changes in order to gain your abundance and your fortune. But it's easier to sit still. You're in your comfort zone. All right, let me just stay still. And what I know, you know, we're a habit. What is it? A habit of our environment or whatever it is. You're stuck in your own habits. But once you break away and shatter what you've always known, you get the wheel of fortune, the abundance. And behind that, a lover follows. You get to a product of your environment, your product of your habit, product of your environment. Hanging out with lower frequency energies, hanging out with energies that just have nothing to show. That's where you're going to sit. You're going to sit. You are the company that you keep, right? But you're coming out of that. I am a wounded warrior. Now you're saying, I am the warrior of my wounds. Loud and proud. I have conquered many things on my own. So being really proud of your challenges and your triggers. Right. Very hurt. And you know what? When you're hurt, you hurt other people. So what are you doing? What are you doing to get yourself out of that hurt? What is your list? What are your go-to things to pull you out of this sadness? Because nobody, no job, no person, no paradise, Bora Bora, you know, is not going to make you happy if you're not internally happy with your choices and understanding your traumas and how to learn from them and fix them and not project out. Because when we're hurt, we attract hurt people and then they hurt us even more. So you really have to look at yourself and say, why am I feeling so wounded? Where does this stem from? It always stems from something. Like with me, I felt bad when people, none of my friends ever call me. They never ask me, to hang out. I have parties, nobody comes. And you get in this habit of like, wow, nobody wants to feed into me. So I always felt like very neglected and abandoned by people. And it stems from my childhood. I didn't have parents. I didn't have that support from childhood. So that went into my adult life. And then I started, getting bitter. Like, oh, these fucking people don't give a fuck. And, whatever. It shouldn't bother us so much if somebody doesn't want to spend time with us. That's basically what it is, because we have to know the value ourselves, like that we're a blessing, and if you're around me, you're going to be blessed. Like, I'm valuable and I'm going to bring value to your life. So it's a you problem if you don't want to hang out with me. I don't have to be hurt by the fact that you don't want to hang out with me. I could go find a different collective that is going to value me and see me as a blessing and hang out with them. I don't need you to come in here and validate me. That was my wound. I needed the validation from people. If they weren't wanting to love up on me or be friends with me or call me, I felt so wounded, like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And eventually, you deal with that hurt, and I figured out, okay, it stems from neglect. So what did I have to do? I had to look inside myself and say, you know what? I bring a lot to the fucking table. If you're going to eat at my table, you're going to be fed very well. You're lost if you don't want to be at my table. So you really got to do the shadow work, okay? But you're not alone in it. We all go through these struggles. We all have our wounds. But you either are honest with yourself and you accept all aspects of yourself, all the devilish energy. See the devil that's what I am, the devil in the tarot. This was the inspiration for this costume, by the way. It's funny that it came out. You could be a Capricorn. We all have our toxicity. We all have our manipulation tactics. Control, when you were, if you've been neglected or been, how to raise yourself or grow up at a young age, we get in this survival mode, this fight or flight, and we need to control everything because that's the only way that we feel that everything is up to par, is if we have control over everything. So you have to surrender that, release that. There's going to be a whole lot of sex over here with this person. Gemini, Libra, Capricorn. Who's this person coming in here? He keeps saying you're going to get out of the sabotage and the rejection. Ten of Swords was in reverse twice. So there you are, maybe right now, feeling like sword after sword after sword. Why a devil? Because I'm a Capricorn. The devil was once an angel, remember? So, you see, she's laying down in a bed of swords, but none of the swords are touching her. So that's where you're at. You have old wounds that are no longer existent in your 3D reality. It's no longer around you, but it's lingering in your head space. That's what the swords are. Conflict in your head. So there's a lot of mental conflict. Some of you guys do suffer from mental illness. That you needed to, grab a hold of it. And it looks like you are grabbing a hold of it because the Ten of Swords was in reverse. So you're looking at the good, the bad, the ugly of yourself and saying, you know what? I'm a fucked up person. Or I did have a fucked up past. Or I do, behave in this way. I am a control freak. All right. Acknowledgement, right? Then you accept it. Okay, this is the way I am. Then you look at it a little deeper. Okay, how can I change these aspects of myself? How do I move forward away from being like this? So one of the ways that, I like to control things because I had to play mommy and daddy to myself. So I had to look out for myself and I had to make some executive decisions. So I've seen a lot of shit in my lifetime, okay? I was raised on the fucking streets. I've seen a lot of shit. So I had to look at myself and say, okay, I'm a control freak. I always have to plan the dates. I always have to drive and be in control because I had car accidents and I get really, crazy in the car when people drive me. So I have to plan the date. I have to drive us. I have to, do all that, right? So eventually you have to look at yourself and say, okay, I need everything mapped out. Let somebody else control this. And it's, it's very, very little, little baby steps. So I would start being like, okay, people, used to me saying, okay, place, time, location, I'll pick your ass up. Da, da, da. People got into, okay, she got it all. She got it all under control. Had no problem. But you know what? Then I always felt like, all right, nobody else is making these plans and it falls on me and blah, blah, blah. So eventually I had to say to my friends, you know what? You pick the place. You tell me the time, location, and you can pick me up. Let me know. So I let go of that control a little bit there. And as you do that, it gets easier. But you start small. If you have addictions, this could also mean addictions that you have here with the devil. Feeling bound by your addictions, alcohol, sex addictions, pot, pills, whatever, porn. Whatever your addiction is, you have to look at it head on and where does it stem from? You're drinking. Why are you drinking? You're drinking to suppress. What are you trying to suppress? You're suppressing because your father's an alcoholic and he used to beat you. Do you want to be like that person that programmed you into this toxic pattern, into this toxic trait? Don't be afraid to look at yourself. And you're going to get sad. I got very sad when I saw myself like I was manipulating situations and I was controlling situations. Not to say I don't ever do it now because, no one's fucking perfect. But I know that, okay, let me look at this. Sometimes, we're so not naive, but we're so set in our ways and our ego that we can't even look at it when somebody's saying, you're fucking toxic. You got an issue. You got to change something about yourself because you're coming up like the fucking devil here. And that's another reason why I chose to be the devil in the tarot deck, because a lot of people around me my whole life, because I am structured and I did mommy daddy myself, I'm set in my ways and I'm dominant. I'm masculine in my energy and people don't like that. I say what I say and that's it. So I just figured, okay, if you want to say that I'm a fucking devil, that I'm evil, I'm doing voodoo, I will show up exactly the way that you think I am. But with me, I'm saying I'm a good little devil. So you gain your strength here. Capricorn, Leo energy. Gaining your strength. Taming the beast within yourselves. All right? Taming the beast inside yourself. Okay. Walked away. Their toxic behavior. Yes, sunshine's coming. Enlightenment. You're gaining enlightenment about the people that are around you and about your own patterns. And that's the best thing that you could do. This will free you from feeling bound and trapped. It will free you. I'm starting 30-day total detox of addictions and toxicity tomorrow. Good for you, Chrissy. Good luck with it. Good. Sometimes, we have to detach sometimes. And it's really easy to suppress when we're in our emotions and we're in victim mentality and not feeling things are going our way. It's easier to be in fantasy land and in illusions and in ego. But it looks like you guys are releasing that and you're putting the work in. You're ending anything that's a dead end, that's not working hard for you. You're going to be ending it, Scorpio energy. Anything that leaves you in lack energy. Any people that can't apologize for the endings or for the toxic energy. You're just like, it's okay. It's okay. You can go in a different direction. I'm going towards my sunshine. I'm going towards my happiness. You're gaining more confidence here. Right. It is hard trying to decipher what's real and not. And that's why, you have to, journal and sit with yourself and figure out what you're telling yourself on a daily basis. That's the first place to start. See, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what was wrong. So I had to start going through my days like, okay, today, what did I think about today? Because what we think about then becomes a pattern and a behavior and a habit, right? So what am I thinking about today? What do I think about on a daily basis? What do I zone in on? Sit with that for 5 days. Ask yourself for 5 days. Write down 5 days what you think about throughout the day. What is your obtrusive thoughts? Because those obtrusive thoughts you then turn into behaviors. So if you are, constantly thinking, how somebody feels about you. If you're always thinking that way, you have to say, okay, let me try to replace that thought with a more positive thought. Nino, yeah, eyeballing over there. You gain your own peace. You could have peace anytime you want. It's where you sit. Come back down to the now. Get into the now. Right now, you're sitting here with me, and there's nothing wrong. Right now, there is absolutely nothing wrong. There's nothing happening in your environment that should be disrupting you. It's here. So get rid of those intrusive thoughts. And then go from there. All right. So there's a lover. I kept seeing the soulmate card. You do have a lover in the future here, but I think you have to decipher what's going on in your headspace before you can move on and gain that love. You have to balance things for yourself. You're welcome. We gotta reverse those intrusive thoughts, right? And it's not easy, the 10 of Cups again. So you're going to get your wish fulfillment. You're going to get what you want. But you have to do the work that's necessary. See, you have to get more rested, allowing yourself to feel more peace. There's no reason for you to replay these narratives. Because a lot of what we think is not reality. It's not realistic. We can think of every single scenario of what's going to happen, and none of the above will happen. So you're spending a lot of time worrying, stunting yourself, keeping yourself stagnant, keeping yourself from moving on to success, because you just want to sit here and replay thoughts. You're wasting your time by doing that. Learn to replace those thoughts. And the way to do that is sitting down with yourself, journaling about it, sitting in a quiet space. If you don't want to meditate, fine. You just sit in a quiet space with yourself. Just focus on your breathing, your breath work. Motivational speeches, inspirational speeches. You can listen to that. Replacing the negative music with positive music. Putting yourself in a positive environment versus a toxic environment. Maybe you don't work out. Maybe you need to work out. For mental health, working out helps mental health. What do you think I go to the gym for? I need the gym, not just because I have a chronic illness, but also my mental health. I suffer with depression and anxiety, and going and, releasing that energy, and endorphins rise up, and you start feeling a lot better, and you start feeling physically better, and all around. What are you feeding your face? Are you feeding your face red dye, red 40 all day long, or McDonald's? Or are you choosing to stay at home and eat your starch, your protein, and your vegetable? What are you doing? We want to project out. We want to say, you did this to me. I'm in this situation because of you. You. But what are you choosing to do to get yourself out of the situation? Yes, people have hurt us. Yes, people have hurt us. Yes, some people cannot apologize to us. So we have to justify it for ourselves. So what are you doing to justify it for yourself? Are you moving? Are you eating correctly? Are you drinking enough water? Are you keeping up with your doctor's appointments? Are you acknowledging what you're doing and what you're thinking on a daily basis? Because it's easy to just go through life and just in and out, same shit, day in and day out, day in and day out. It's not until you really get tired of your fuck shit that you're going to make changes. But ultimately, it's on you. Nobody else is going to come in here and say, you know what? I'll make you a millionaire. I'll give you the love energy. You know? Even the happiest people, even the richest people in the world. Look, Matthew Perry, fucking rich, star, celebrity, being prioritized. Internally, emotionally, he wasn't there. Has addictions, couldn't release those addictions, couldn't release that emotions. That's on him. He chose. That's something that he chose to sit in. You're choosing to sit in the shit or taking yourself out of the shit. As much as you don't want to hear that. Not here to sugarcoat it for you. But that's ultimately it. You choose what your destiny is going to be. You choose it. Are you willing to work hard to pull yourself out of the fucking dark hole? Are you willing to make changes? Are you willing to get uncomfortable? Are you willing to lose all aspects of yourself or, the people that are around you? Are you willing to lose things? Because we have to lose things in order to gain new things. That's what I've learned. You have to release it. You have to surrender it to gain your success, gain your victory. Put your head up. Make a judgment call to pick your fucking head up. Pick your head up. Stop crying over the spilt milk. Stop feeling less than. Stop allowing other people to make you feel less than. Stop making, your programming hold you back. Make a judgment call to put your fucking shoulders back. Put your head up high. And start seeing the world in a different way. Start seeing yourself in a different way. If you're a person that walks around when you're outside and you're an introvert and you're a loner and you got your head down, you got your eyes down and you can't say hello to people, you can't smile at people, you can't look somebody in their eyes, practice being in public places, putting your head up. Smile. If you can't find the light within yourself right now, be the light for other people. As you're the light for other people, as you're a blessing for other people, you're going to start feeling blessed because that energy is going to be deflected back to you. I had to learn this. It's another thing. In the gym, when I first started, I had a lot of social anxiety. I didn't like, don't look at me. I had a lot of fear in me from being raised on the fucking street, not having parents, not being cared for or looked after. So I always had to look, over my shoulder, always fearing, all right, if I put myself here, I could potentially get raped. If I put myself here, I could get killed. If I put myself here, put myself here. So I had a lot of fear of people, which caused social anxiety. So when I first started at the gym, I was very intimidated. I had my head down. I didn't talk to anybody. I went in, I went out, and that was it. But as I started building myself up, putting my shoulders back and standing up tall and looking up, people start smiling at me, start approaching me. I'm more approachable. And now it's not an issue. I walk in that fucking place. It's my second home now. Everybody talks to me and I have no problem. But it took time to build to that. So it's not going to be overnight. So don't think it is. You're going to have to give yourself patience in overcoming these behaviors or patterns that you're used to. Not everyone has those tools or know-how. First step is research. I didn't have the tools. But I got so fed up with myself and so fed up with the people around me, I figured out how to get the tools. Pick up a self-help book. You could do push-ups. If you can't afford a gym membership, if you have arms and legs, you could get out of bed in the morning and do 20 push-ups before bed. In the morning, you could go for a walk. We could give, We could give ourselves so many fucking excuses about how we don't have the tools to get what we want. There's ways we can navigate it. But you have to be willing to learn. That's ultimately what it is. You have to be willing to be open to learning and getting out of that comfort zone to get what you want. Yeah, you hit a breaking point and just want better. You get so tired with your fuck shit. You get tired with other people's fuck shit. But I'm not telling you to just get unstuck. It's not that. It's not that turnaround. I'm giving you the tools. I'm telling you the tools right here and right now. I could say, yeah, get yourself unstuck. I'm not just saying get yourself unstuck. I'm giving you the tools to get yourself unstuck right now. I'm saying you have to sit down. You have to journal. Find a support group. Find a therapist. Get some self-help books. Listen to inspirational music, inspirational quotes or positive affirmation. I'm giving you the tools. You either choose to listen to it or you choose not to. I say to meditate. Somebody else sit there. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. I can't get comfortable in it. Because you're not allowing yourself to be open-minded about it, to get comfortable in it. And it's not for everyone. And that's why I say, if you just need to sit with yourself and do breath work, or just sit in a park and listen to the trees rustle, the leaves rustle, do that. I'm definitely not here just saying get unstuck. I'm giving you the tools. And if you continue to follow, you'll get even more tools. Because I think in every single one of my reads, I'm giving you a little fucking pep talk that you may not have in your real life. I don't have people supporting me in my real life. Everybody turn their back away from me. Everybody. But I don't give a shit at this point because I got me. I know that I'm connected into Source and they got me. My divine team always got me. And now I got me because I know where I stand. I know what I bring. Right? I know what I bring. And that's where you want to get. And it's not overnight. My awakening started 10 years ago. Most recent one is taking me a good 6 years. 6 years to make a turnaround and to say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm tired of this. Now I have self-confidence. Now I do. It took years to get that. When I was a kid, I would always say, oh, my dad, my sister, they're so talented. I wish I could, draw. I wish I could play an instrument. I wish I could do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not smart. I'm stupid. And that was all programming. So that's why I never overachieved anything. In 8th grade or 6th grade, I missed 365 days out of the year from school. I missed school because I didn't have the confidence. I'd rather roam the streets, get street smart. And, I always felt like I couldn't accomplish things. But as time went on, it's like, no, you're worth more than that. And I fought for the confidence that I sit in. So, people can sit here and say, oh, who she thinks she is. She's so cocky. She thinks she's better than us. Bitch, I don't think I'm better than you. But I know for a fact that I'm a better version of what I once was. I'm a better version of me. I'm in no competition with anybody in this world besides myself. So if me walking around knowing what I bring and what value I have bothers you, you need to look more at yourself and not at me. I'm not your problem. You are your own problem. Stop trying to make me your problem. Your problem is that you are not confident enough in your energy, so you have to project the bullshit over to me and be like, who she thinks she is. Sorry, my light bothers you. I'm not going to dim myself or downplay myself to make you fucking feel comfortable in my presence. No more. It's not happening anymore. Because that's how it used to be. All right, dumb myself down. Let me not talk. Let me not be heard. Because I don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. At this point, I ruffle feathers. I show people their shit. And people don't like to see their own shit. If they're not ready to see their shit, you're the bad person. You're the enemy. You're the devil. If you say, you know what? You may not be as great as you are. Because I had to sit down. I had people saying, you're not that great. You're not that great. You got your shit. You act like you don't have anything wrong with you. Okay. And I sat down with myself. I know there's something wrong with me. But you know what? 90% of me is good. 10% of me is a cunt. 10% of me is controlling, manipulative. I'm working on it. And it's okay. I accept that. If you accept it, great. If you don't accept it, you don't have to be around this. Bottom line. Right. Just want to be a better version of yourself. And people fall off because of that, they fall off. Then they're not really meant for you. You know? That's not your soul tribe. Your soul tribe will come in. Yeah, my grandmother, definitely. Salvation, yeah. She was the only person that ever had my back. And, you know, it is sad. I just feel like I'm an alien. We're all aliens. But basically, I was just put into a family. There is no connection with my family. Like, it really has diminished. You know, even, you know, my kids will be like, your family is... Does anybody in your family, like, love you and, like, care about you? Like, does anybody, like... And they see, you know, how I'm treated. And it's not just because of me speaking it out. They're seeing it firsthand of how fucked up my life and my family has been. And how mishandled I've been in my family. I don't want that for my kids. So I'm choosing to break that fucking curse of the generational curse from my parents. And, you know, there's still going to be traumas on my kids. Of course there is. But I'm going to do my best not to have them grow up that way. But, yeah. Now I'm just venting. All right, make sure you go into the link in the bio, Fab40, and vote for me so I could win $40,000. I do, so lives, TikTok lives and YouTube lives are now going to be Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And like I said before, I do have Visionary Movements Mindfulness Networking group that meets up Wednesdays, 7 p.m. to 9. It's $10 weekly. If you can't afford it, just reach out to me. It's okay if you can't afford it. I do have free slots available. If you want to come in and make friends and get to know yourself a little bit better. Neato! Happy Halloween! No, it's not. It's not easy to hear from my kids, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And it's okay. I've accepted that, you know, my family, they couldn't and they can't get out of their immaturities and their own traumas. And I'm just choosing not to sit in other people's traumas. Like, people my whole life, oh, you're this, you're control, you're pessimistic. Oh, you need to eat a bowl of pasta. You need to, oh, you're fat. You got Meanwhile, I'm sitting here as a 5-year-old little girl, very quiet, not saying a fucking word, and I'm being ridiculed. So it's like the people that sat here programming me to think that I'm the devil are now saying, well, why are you this way? Why am I this way? Because you fucking made me this way. You programmed me. I was this little innocent little girl in a corner, not bothering anybody. And you come here and you ruffle my feathers and tell me how bad of a person I am and how ugly I am and how stupid I am and how I won't accomplish anything. And now you're going on 40 years later and you're wondering why I'm being a cunt. I've had enough. You've pushed me to my limit. How much more do you want me to take from you? How much more do you want me to transform to your fucking liking? No, I'm not doing anymore. I know where I stand. I know how I've been treated, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm good. I'm good. I've always been good on my own, and I'll continue to always be good on my own. Furthermore, so all this stupid fuck shit, it's just like, I know they're stuck in their traumas, and I can't do anything about it. It's either they're gonna see it and they're gonna accept it and they're gonna apologize for it and change, or they don't. At this point, you cut people off and you're just like, this person's dead to me. You're dead to me at this point. And it's sad to say that, but eventually you have to do that for your own sanity. For my own sanity, I need to release you. Thank you. Wait, hold on. Thanks, CJ. I'm not here to sugarcoat it for you. I'm keeping it as real as possible with you guys right now. I used to tell people, I swear, I was switched at birth, doing the same with my kid. Oh, you're so quiet. I used to get all that. Oh, you're so quiet. Oh, you're so cute. That's all I got. I was just cute. I never got any type of other praise. Just, you're cute. You're like a little porcelain doll, I wouldn't make a ruckus. I would just sit there and fucking take the bullshit and watch the bullshit happening around me. And then all of a sudden, I became the enemy and the devil. Not to say that I don't have my shit, because I fucking do. But you gotta look at it like, you made me into this. You raised me into that type of person. You did that. I'm taking accountability for allowing it at this point, and I'm moving on from it. But ultimately, you programmed me to be this way. Thanks, Prism. Thanks, Nito. No, I didn't. No, Lisa, you're good. You're good. Yeah. They were projecting their experiences onto you, yeah. When you have one child that's, being petted, oh, you're so cute. And then you have the other child, oh, you're such a bad child. You're the devil. You're always getting into trouble. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that child's being programmed to think they're the devil right off the bat. And now you put that child that, is always getting in trouble, and they see this other child that's innocent and they're very quiet and they're being praised for only their good looks, not for their brains, not for their talents, but just strictly because of the outside appearance of them. That child is going to have envy. So that child is going to attack the innocent child. And then when the innocent child grows up, it's just like, go fuck yourself. Right? Because you've tolerated that abuse for so long. But I can understand why I was programmed that way. And I understand why my family played out the way they played out. So I'm not going to hold tightly and say, all right, I'm not going to have any animosity at this point. I understand you are wounded. You are a victim just as much as I'm a victim. But that doesn't mean that I have to tolerate you continuously projecting your bullshit on me. I leave you with love. I hope everything is well for you. But I can't stay in this dynamic anymore. Because I'm a blessing. Regardless of how much you don't feel that I am, I'm a blessing, and I'm not going to let you make me feel like I'm not a blessing. Like I've beat myself up enough not feeling like a blessing, not feeling good enough because of somebody else's wounds on me. Yeah. Family dysfunction, scars.